Hi guys, so this is day 17. So once again we'll update on what we have done today. So today we had a couple of admin tasks to do. So initially we tried to do a 10-hour day, but we only managed to complete 9 hours. So but managed to get like my Husky card to and also the keys to access my office in UW. And so today was a pretty tough day in terms of like trying to think of how to execute the ideas. I realized there's a lot of uncertainty. So this was some of my notes, trying to really define what I wanted to do. So starting from hypothesis and the two different outcomes. So if it's true, what can we conclude, and what's the next action, and if it's not true, what's the next action. So I was trying to write that out and read some papers, particularly on like compute optimal inference. So I was thinking of how to like measure small model performance. I still have quite a fuzzy idea of how to do that, but perhaps I'll read along these lines. And I was also looking at various axes, for example the LoRa with regret. So this is more of a blog, not really a paper, but this was done by thinking machines, ProRL. And tried to list down a few evaluations to work on. So I managed to run some model sizes on AMNME, but I got some weird results, so I need to debug that. Then I realized that my understanding of like post-training evaluations were still not that great, so I was like looking through some of these basic concepts to really get that out. And when I broke it down into smaller tasks, it really helped, and I was able to make some progress. So tomorrow I will continue. I allocated more time, so because I really want to read up on every task and try to understand what it is. So I try to break it down. And so previously I said that I will update the profs every 3 to 4 days. So I think my goal is to update by 29th, which will be the day after tomorrow. But then I would need to design metrics of what is a good update. And 1 hour to plan research as well, so continue with my review. So here I said that I would do some survey. So of course this is heavily guided by AI, but I was also adding a lot of my thoughts in here. So particularly really trying to define the setup of like what is a small model, because I think this can be ambiguous if it's not defined. And basically I was trying to plan like the kind of plots I want to show. So sort of like inference compute optimal kind of plot. And I was looking at like dependencies between different techniques that people use to train small models. But as I said, all this still a little fuzzy, but we'll try to just like narrow it down. And the goal would be to create some form of practical recipe that we can train small models on. So that's like sort of my direction right now. Nothing too specific. You can see my research doc is pretty messy as well, but hopefully we'll come up with some structures to manage it better. So all in all, this is the plan for tomorrow. So I realized that 10 hours is a little bit tight at the moment, especially if I'm not like super efficient the entire day. So if I plan for like 9 hours, I would have maybe a bit of like spare time to do some thinking, which is maybe what I would need to do. So for tomorrow I plan around 9-hour work day, but yeah, as usual, slowly we'll try to push it to 10 hours. Yeah. So yeah, still at a calorie deficit today, so still maintaining. Yeah. So all in all, even though there was a lot of uncertainty, but towards the end of the day managed to try to break down the problem and help to make some progress. So that's a good thing. Yeah. And we're quite close to like 10 p.m. today because we wanted to sleep earlier, so we are somewhat successful, so that's good also. And yeah, that's all for the day. And yeah, update you all more tomorrow.